Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Yoon Jung-min. We start with the heightened tensions on the Korean Peninsula in the wake of North Korea's military spy satellite launched the previous day. Pyongyang announced this morning that it'll resume the military measures that have been restricted under the 2018 Inter-Korean Military Agreement, a day after South Korea partially suspended the agreement due to the satellite launch. Last night, the regime test-fired another ballistic missile, but it seems to have failed. Our foreign affairs correspondent Bae Eun-ji explains.
North Korea has said it will immediately restore all military measures that were halted under the Inter-Korean Military Agreement signed on September 19, 2018, that aimed to reduce tensions along the shared border. The North's Defense Ministry announced this in a statement on Thursday morning, saying that it will no longer be restrained by the agreement. It also said that it will deploy stronger armed forces and new weapons near the border. The move comes a day after South Korea approved a partial suspension of the Inter-Korean Agreement as a response to the regime's recent spy satellite launch. One expert says, in terms of immediate significance, South Korea will now be able to fly helicopters and drones along its side of the border for surveillance purposes. But Seoul's decision could possibly make the country more vulnerable to attacks.
I mean, the tank barriers and the guideposts that were removed in 2018 are going to be a lot harder for South Korea to put back than for North Korea to put back. You know, you'd have demonstrations, peace protests, and so on down here. So this means that South Korea's capital city of Seoul, I think, remains more vulnerable to attack than Pyongyang does.
In fact, just a few hours after the South's partial suspension of the agreement, North Korea launched a ballistic missile Wednesday night toward waters off its east coast. But Seoul's Joint Chiefs of Staff said it believes the launch failed and that intelligence authorities from Seoul and Washington are conducting further analysis. In the meantime, activity has been detected at the regime's nuclear facility. The International Atomic Energy Agency said a strong water outflow from a reactor's cooling system was spotted sometime after mid-October at North Korea's Yongbin nuclear facility. The agency noted this could mean a possible test run at this facility, which is suspected to be used to produce materials for nuclear weapons. Bae Eun-ji, Arirang News.